If you upgraded to Town Hall 13 today, what could your village look like after 90 days of playing Clash of Clans for free? What's going on, my friends? My name is Joe, and today would be episode 3 of the Town Hall 13 free-to-play series in 2024. Check out that base. We are doing fairly well, minus the walls. I've been slacking on walls entirely, but we've maintained the builders being down and consistently upgrading. Now, I did watch that interview the other day, and that's what's really funny about talking about Town Hall 13 is that they were saying that most players, whether they're active or inactive, are stuck at Town Hall 12. And I was like, what? How many times have we played through Town Hall 12? But then again, when you really sit back and think about playing free to play and maintaining that upgrades every day and not spending any money, not having any of those perks from the gold pass or magic items, it does take about a year from the start of the game, the tutorial, all the way up to leveling up to Town Hall 12. And that's a long time when you think about players and what's going on in their lives, whether they're in university or hanging out with friends or they got jobs or something. It's just a little bit much. And then also, one of my biggest gripes with all of these new features that Clash of Clans is releasing is the fact that they're not really open-minded to adding in a new mode for the home village, meaning like we've had Clan War for 10 years. Yes, we have Clan War leagues. Yes, we got clan games and these new special events that they've been doing. But at the same time, I can see where things can get a little boring if you don't have like a highly active clan, which is a feature that they did discuss in that interview. But anyways, I digress. Let's move on. Let's get into our progress base. And since our last episode, let's start with our heroes. The Archer Queen is now going to level 75. So she will be maxed in one day. The Grand Warden, easy upgrade because it's all elixir based, and we did get him up those 6 levels to level 50. And then the Royal Champion is currently going to level 17, but that's going to slow down a little bit because we have to do both the King and the Champion, both requiring Dark Elixir. It becomes more of a grind that I like to do sometimes. Now, the rest of our builders have been focused on the defensive upgrades, so we did finish the Town Hall's weapon to level 5, which is perfect. It's fully maxed out now. And then we worked our way into the Inferno Tower, so all 3 of them are now level 7. Then after that, I went into the Expos, but the problem with the Expos, if you're not aware, is that there are 2 levels, not 1 at Town Hall 13. So it took a little while to finish these. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all now level 8. Then we skipped the traps because those are easy upgrades that I'll just kind of fill in at the end or whatever. And we worked our way into upgrading the Wizard Towers. Also 2 levels on the Wizard Towers. So we have the final one going to level 12, and then these 3 right here have to go up to level 13 for 10.2 million gold, and that's going to take us a few days to knock out, probably about another week. And then we also put down 1 random air defense, mainly because I forgot that there was a 2nd level on the Wizard Tower until I clicked on one, and I was like, crap. You know? All right, so then we went into walls, and I think I knocked out 61 pieces of wall in the last 30 days, which leaves us with 199 still requiring upgrade to level 14. So that's going to take a little while of just spending off the elixir, and then jumping into the bane of our existence as a free-to-play player, which is the blacksmith. Now, we did just have the rocket balloon spotlight event, which gave us a few offerings of ore, and at first glance it did look really cool, but then when I started spending off my super metals, I quickly realized that I could not get a lot of ore. So yes, they are giving us more options for free ore, but at the same time, they're still not giving us a lot. So I was able to upgrade the giant gauntlet 7 levels to level 8, but that's slowed down because I need starry ore, and I don't have a lot of options to get starry ore. Then we also upgraded the frozen arrow, which I think I can upgrade it again right now. Sweet. So we just got that to level 4 right there, but again, shut down by shiny ore, which I'll collect as I continue to attack. And then we also managed to upgrade and max out the Eternal Tome to level 15. That's the highest level available for Town Hall 13. I upgraded the Healing Tome from level 8 to level 12, and then the Royal Champion, I also maxed out the Seeking Shield to level 15, and the Royal Gem is now level 8. And then inside of our laboratory, we had a lot of elixir after I finished up the Grand Warden upgrades, so I did knock out the Wall Breaker, the Wizard, I finished up the P.E.K.K.A., Miner, and the Yeti, and then we worked our way into spells, finishing off the Heal spell and the Jump spell, and now currently upgrading the Clone spell. When it comes to the Dark Elixir troops, I've kind of been slacking in this department because I've been warring more on my Town Hall 16, trying to get that thing maxed out because it's really expensive compared to Town Hall 13. So I haven't really had this one in Clan War Leagues that much as of late. So I still need to collect a couple of hammers or grind out the Dark Elixir when these become available to upgrade to get this done. And then I also have a bunch of levels on our siege machines. So a little bit slacking in the laboratory department, but that also brings us back to the conversation on the hero equipment. And one of the things that stood out to me in that Clash of Clans developer interview was the fact that they said that this is a data collection time frame for them, where basically the equipment and the ore is really new to the game. It's only been in the game for like 6 months, and they're kind of sitting back and watching how the general player base collects ore, or how often they're logging in to do those attacks to finish up the star bonus, or how often they're in Clan War. And then they also started adding options inside of the trader, i.e. the spending of raid metals to collect ore. So they're trying to figure out like what is the right amount to keep players from burning themselves out. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have been a little burnout when it comes to playing Clash since the release of this stuff, because I've been playing for the last 11 years, you know? So attacking every single day and trying to be in every single clan war, it just starts to add up, especially when you're doing it on multiple accounts. Now, this all depends on how into the game you are right now. Some players take it kind of casual, and some of you are like super hardcore trying to reach that end game, which I hate to tell you this, but it's going to take a little while, because it's not something that you can do. Even if you rush, you still have to max the buildings out just to be able to compete, you know what I mean? So my recommendation when it comes to grinding is, if you're trying to catch up and max out all these pieces of equipment and you just start to feel like you're not having fun with it anymore, slow down a little bit, because the game developer is collecting data regarding this stuff, and they're going to eventually increase the amount of ores being given, so that way the general player base starts to feel like they're included. And then last but not least, how much time is left until we finish up this account if we grind it non-stop and keep those builders down, according to the Clash Ninja website. Side note about this website, I've been a little disappointed with it lately. If you're trying to use it on the desktop application, it is really bogged down and laggy because of the ads. I mean, I guess I understand that you got to monetize, but it's just yeah, it's not a good experience. Even on the application on my iPad, there's an ad sitting right here, and it's just really annoying. Anyways, completion status, 76% on the structures, 76% on the laboratory, 79% on the heroes, 31% on the equipment. It's a little bit better than last time, but still we got a long ways to go, and I probably won't even upgrade half of them. And then 71.5% on our walls. According to the stats, with 6 builders, we still got 3 months, 21 days left. Oh my gosh, that's on the buildings. And then in the laboratory, we have 5 months, 17 days, and 12 hours. So we're gonna need to get ourselves some hammers for sure.